Heavy on the Wrist podcast, baby. Welcome to another episode of Heavy on the Wrist podcast. We're doing a very special thing today. We're live. So we're going to get into it. I'm your boy, Frank. I'm here with my boy, The Real Bike Life. And we're going to get right into it. What age did you start riding, man? Because I know like you heavy in the bikes and, you know, you do the tricks and all that. What age did you start riding bikes?
I would say I started riding when I was probably like, I've been riding my whole life. I started off on like pedal bikes, and then like as you get older, you graduate. So I went from pedal bikes, I started on a PW50. I was probably like 5 years old.
PW50?
Yeah,
you was 5?
Like 5 or 6.
Your parents put you on a bike at 5.
Yes. Yes. Nah, it was more my dad. Cause my mom was just like, yo, he not. She wasn't with it. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. You know how moms is. Mom's always trying to keep her brother safe. Like, nah.
Yeah, that's bro. My mom's even now when I be riding now, she's like, yo, what are you doing? Like, calm down. Like, what are you doing? She be nervous.
Well, I mean, you ever been like fell off a bike or just held it the wrong way and scraped up or something?
A few times, bro. If somebody riding a bike right now and they tell you they haven't fell, they're lying to you. If they're good at it, like if they got blocks, like how we call it, they're lying to you.
So what's the longest wheelie you've done? Like what's the longest wheelie you've done? Cause I ain't gonna hold y'all. We was out on the block the other day, and my man held one the whole stretch. It had to be at least a quarter of a mile.
That's a sneak. Nah, that's not the longest.
For
the longest, I don't know. I'll say probably like 13, 14 miles.
13, 14 miles?
Maybe. Nah, I'm exaggerating. Probably like
5 miles?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. When you're doing them, you don't really count like. You're not really paying attention. You paying attention to the bike so you don't fall. So you're not really paying attention to how far you're going.
You on the dirt bike or you mean the motorcycle? Which one?
On the motorcycle, I went the longest.
Oh shit!
I promise you. On the motorcycle, I went the longest. Dirt bike, I could do, but longest I've been on the motorcycle.
So what's like the worst accident you've had? Just dealing with bikes and stuff like that.
Worst accident I've had, me personally. It was over some sand, bro. Sand, literally. There was a patch of sand on the floor. And I was doing a turn, and from the sand being on the ground, the tire slipped, and I fell.
Oh, damn.
And that was the worst. And I rode, for me. But I've seen people.
How old was you when that happened?
I had to be 18, 19. I was young.
Whole life ahead of you, bro.
Not thinking at the moment.
But we all did crazy shit when we was young, too.
Facts. Like as you get older, you realize like every year you be like, man, I gotta get more mature and be more responsible, because it's just like every day we hop on a bike, you never know what's gonna happen to you.
It's crazy, y'all. My sister just came and snagged my lighter, man. Yeah, she need to bring that back. I'm trying to fire this up.
She stole it.
Stole the lighter.
Number one stolen thing in the world is a lighter.
Definitely facts. Who have you met and talked to? Bikes that you never thought you would be dealing with?
I'm gonna tell you a crazy story, right?
Yeah.
And I've talked to him a couple times, but not often. Vanilla Ice.
Vanilla Ice?
He follows me on Twitter, I swear to God.
Vanilla Ice follows The Real Bike Life on Twitter. Shout out The Real Bike Life, man.
And I'm gonna tell you why Vanilla Ice is like, it's crazy for me because, like, I didn't really listen to him growing up, but everybody knows Ice Ice Baby, right? But it's like you would never think that he would reach out to you based off a motorcycle. Like you'd be like, man, all the things in the world that people can talk about is over a motorcycle. So
have you actually met the dude?
Nah, we've talked, like conversated over Twitter and stuff, but I never met him.
Okay.
Like meeting physically. Shout out ASAP Taiwan. I talked to him earlier. It was all over bikes. Started over bikes. That's in person. Meeting him and probably like Jason Britton.
Jason Britton, that's dope, yo.
Yeah, definitely.
That's dope. It's like, it's only a few things in life that people will bond over no matter what. They will cross lines. One of them is sports, and another one is bikes.
That is a fact.
You know?
Like, if you I've traveled a lot, and I got friends who've traveled a lot, and we ask each other like, yo, how did you meet this person? Like, and it always come down to like, it all started over a bike. Like, I'm gonna give you a prime example. When I met Todd, right? He came down to where I was living at the time in Central Florida. And he's like, yo, I seen him on Facebook. I'm like, yo, where the bikes at? That's the first thing I asked him. Like, yo, where the bikes at? Nothing about rapping, nothing about anything else. It was just where the bikes at. And that's how that started.
That's how y'all met. Shout out ASAP Ty, man. ASAP Mob. Definitely doing it real big, doing their thing. I see you out there.
Yes.
And yeah, man, just be careful out there. So do you challenge other people? Like, do you pull up? Like, if you see somebody, like, let's say you're driving down the road, because myself, you know, if I catch you at the light and you revving your engine, we about to race probably. We finna race.
It's like so you ever seen?
Do you do that when you on the bike? Like, when you pull up to the light and you see somebody and you look at him and be like, yo, let's go right now.
It's like, all right.
Is that what the real bike life is about?
It's not really so much of that, but it's like you could. It's not a competition. It's a sport. It's like any other sport that you join. Like shout out them boys in Baltimore, Willie Wayne and all of them. But you could pull up on a dude and be like, yo, I bet you I could Willie longer than you, and then you'll sit there. It's a sport, so it's not like we competing, but it's like self-improvement on each other. Like, yo, how long you been William? Like, how you just ask me how long I've been William. You might ask him, like, yo, how long you been William? And he'll be like, oh, I've been William this long, I've been doing it for this long. Just like football, basketball.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you'll be like, yo, let's ride together. You'll meet some of the crazy. I'm going to give you another person. Ronnie Feist. Shout out Ronnie Feist. He part of Metal Militia, right?
Metal Militia, Ronnie
Feist, right? You might not know him. But I've met him and Tav met him, and it all came together off of bikes. Like, nothing more, nothing less. Like, yo, he rides motorcycles, I ride motorcycles. But like Ronnie Feist, he do backflips and stuff. Like, I don't backflip with bikes, but he does.
All right, well, just know that if you get on a bike with Bike Life, he's doing tricks and all kinds of shit.
You fall, but the only thing about it, you gotta get back up. It's like it's the toughest sport there is, because.
Matter of fact, ladies, I got the panties coming out. They protect the ass so that when your ass hit the concrete, it don't get scraped. I got those coming out right now. Going on in the city this week, man. It's a big. Everybody's starting off the year strong, but you got Boosie and Webby coming out to SD Lawn in Tampa on Friday the 15th. Shout out to Baxter Boys Entertainment. We also got the Mayor Entertainment bringing out Slimmer 112 at Dream City on January 15th. Shout out to the Mayor Entertainment. Stunner D Promotions on the 5th of February. They got Whoop coming out to Lakeland, the OKC Center. That's gonna be dope. And Money Powerhouse Entertainment. They got something going on January 17th, Black Youngster at the Barn in Sanford. That's gonna be real dope. Man, I don't think I've ever been. Have I been to Sanford? I think I've been to Sanford a couple of times. And
shout out Sanford. Like what's heavy in Sanford?
It's heavy.
Yes.
I think it's a different crowd out there.
It's a different crowd, but it's heavy.
Yeah, I used to mess with my man. He used to live out like in Eustis. And he said it seems crazy out there.
It's a little different, but it's Sanford. I've been out there.
The barn, I've been trying to get to the barn because I seen the last Black Youngster concert that was out there, and that shit was wild, bro. And actually, Yo Gotti came out to the last one he did out there. He came with Yo Gotti, and so that was like a 2 for 1.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they got the big festival coming out on at the fairground on February 6th. That's Marty Price, Hot Boy, Rod Wave, and Moneybagg Yo. Shout out Marty Price. Y'all know he's been on the podcast before, you know what I'm saying? Personal friend of mine, cool dude. He's making major moves. So go check him out at the fairgrounds. He's doing his thing. So it's just going down, man, you know. So this has been an episode of Heavy on the Wrist podcast, man. And That's it. We signing off.